How about Kubiak, Sal? This is like the $1 million question. You can take us through the process and how the rules apply differently to the Bills because they're a playoff team and because of previous interviews with regard to Clint Kubiak because they have not interviewed him yet and they cannot interview him until after the Super Bowl.
Not because the Bills are a playoff team, because the Bills fired their coach the week before the conference championship. That's why the rules are different for them. Because the Steelers also were a playoff team, but because they fired Mike Tomlin a week before the Bills, they got to interview people a week before the Bills.
So basically,
here is yes. Go ahead.
I know there's like a couple different ways to say this. Is it that? Okay, no, you go. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
I thought the rule was playoff teams can't talk to playoff coaches. But the Steelers did interview Kubiak, so that is not the case. Okay, so again, break it down.
Has nothing to do with making the playoffs. Has nothing to do with making the playoffs. Here is the rule. It doesn't matter when you fire your coach. It doesn't matter if you make playoffs, anything like that. All that matters is, A, those coaches who are coaching in championship games. It's about them, obviously. It's to limit distractions. Here is the rule. If you've already interviewed somebody in any capacity, whether it was week 10 because you fired your coach, after the season because you fired him in the regular season, or after the wild card game because Mike Tomlin got fired in Pittsburgh, whatever. If you started the process and interviewed a coach one time, and then he now is coaching in the conference championship game, you are allowed to interview him again in the bye week. If you did not interview him once because you fired your coach after the divisional round, like the Bills, you cannot talk to him at all until after the Super Bowl. Simple as that. It only comes down to question is, did you interview this person one time already?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Great. You could talk to him again. No, we did not. Therefore, you cannot talk to him until after the second week. Now, I will tell you, I think those rules are outdated because we have virtual interviews now and 2 weeks in between the now and the Super Bowl. So I think the rules should be updated to reflect that.